Hi, welcome everyone. Today we will discuss about the data types. So you know what is data and different types of data you know is it? Like character. If you want to write any character, means we will use character. In numerical data itself, there is two type of data. One is a pure whole number, another one is like fractional values to indicate the decimal numbers. And then strings. If you want to write your name, you have to use string data type. Like different types of data are there. Yes. So what is a data type? Data type means it's to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it. That comes under the concept of data types. So two categories of data types. And all the languages are providing the ways and facility to handle different types of data. Like Java also provides two types of data types. One is primitive data type, and the one is the reference data type. Primitive data type means it comes as a part of the language, like a basic data type. Java provides 8 primitive data types, and these 8 primitive data types are known as basic data types provided by the language, or it is known as intrinsic data type. Otherwise, it is called as fundamental data type. There are 8 primitive data types, and in 8 primitive data types, first one is the numeric integral primitive data types. That means it is based on the numbers. Based on the numbers, how the data types are categorized. That is a classification as numeric integral primitive data type. So here to store the integer values, purely integer values we are storing in these four types. Numeric integral primitive data type. It is subclassified into 4 types. That is byte, short, int, and long. Then the second one is floating point data type. Integer is over. Next we are moving to the decimal values. To store the fractional values or decimal values, we will use floating point data type. Two types of floating point data types today: float and double. By default, Java assumes double data type unless specified. User has to specify the data type. We can explicitly specify using the suffix F or capital F for the float, D or capital D for indicating double data type. So sometimes user is not specifying any value, any suffix as float or double, then it will defaultly take it as double data type and handle it as a double data type. Next one is a character data type. Character is used to store the characters. Character literal, we have learned what is character literal or character type values means the data given within the single quotes. We are giving inside single quotes means it is character data type. Is it like this we can give? Is it? Yes. And next one, a character can be any Unicode character. Unicode, already we discussed about Unicode. What is Unicode? Java character set, supported by the Java character set, that Unicode character. And character data type is indicated by the keyword char data type. Is it char is the keyword here, char. So how will you declare if anywhere data type we need to declare as character means char A or char B, like that we have to write this and char A, like this we can write. There we go. Then Boolean data type. Boolean means it will represent only single value, true or false. Okay, here just identify the data types. Here I have given 10 values. You should identify different types of what are the types of these particular values corresponding to which data type. You can write, is it? Okay, for example, let's discuss 2, 3, 4. What is this data type? Yes, this is purely a integer data type, is it? So we can write it is integer. Integer data type is represented by int keyword. So next one, 8834L. L is indicating long, is it? Yes, L is indicating long. So long data type. Capital L or small l, both we can consider as a long data type. Next, 37.24. That is a decimal value, comes under floating type, is it? So here we discussed or we learned the user is not specifying the suffix F or D Then Java, by default, Java takes us or assumes us double data type. So we can write this one is the same double. Is it? Okay. Next one, 37.45F. So it is explicitly specified as F. So we can write it as it is a, we know that is a float data type. Next one, 24.8D. D is specified here, so it is double data type. 26.38E3. What is E? Exponential 3. Is it 10 power 3 like that? You will write like that. 26 point scientific notation and exponential notation like that. Okay, that representation 26.38E3. E3 means it is a float or double. We can consider default values double. So here we are writing as double. Next one is single quotes. Within single quotes C. So single quotes means it is a character data type. So character data type is indicated by the keyword char. Then 10 is inside the double quotes. So what is the value? Double quotes means it is string data type. Then single quotes, again single quotes 5. Is it number or character? Of course, 5 is a number, but 5 is indicated within the single quote, so it is treated as a character data type. Clear? The next one, name. It is collection of characters enclosed within double quotes. That's why it's purely a string data. Clear? Any doubt? So these are the different data types we discussed as primitive data types. Isn't it? These all comes in the primitive data types. The next is the reference data type. Reference data types are constructed from primitive data types. That is, it is constructed from the basic data types or the fundamental data types. These are arrays, classes, interface. These are the different reference data types. A reference data type is used to store the memory address of an object. So a reference is data type. Okay, here, a reference data type is used to store the memory address of an object. These data types generally store the memory address of a class or an array. So the variables storing memory addresses are known as reference variables and their data type is known as reference data type. So what is reference variables? The variables storing memory addresses are known as reference variables and their data type is known as reference data type. That you have to write in your notebook. Data types are constructed from primitive data types. Classes, arrays, interface are the different data reference data types. And how it is working or how the data value is storing. A reference data type is used to store the memory address of an object. Generally, it stores the memory address of a class or an array. The variables storing memory address are known as reference variables and their data type is known as reference data type. And the storage mechanism is different from the primitive data type. That is important one. It means primitive data type storage and this reference data type storage. So storage mechanism is really different from the primitive data type. A reference is called a pointer or a memory address in other languages. In other languages, we can tell it is a pointer or a memory address. To understand the difference between primitive data type and reference data type, we need to know about two values associated with a variable. So what is a variable? What is a variable? Variable is a memory location or it is the name of a memory location. Before going that, just here the size occupied by the data types of 8 primitive data types here, it's given here in bytes and bits. Just look this one also. Data type long and double. If it is long and double means it long and double occupies 8 bytes. 8 bytes means that is 64 bits. 8 into 8, 1 byte equal to 8 bits. So 8 into 8, 64 bits. Next, integer and float having 4 bytes in size. Next, totally 32 bits. Character and short. Char or short 2 bytes and 16 bits. Byte means it will occupy 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bits. Next one is the Boolean. Boolean returns true or false. It's written only true or false. So it reserves 1 byte but only uses 1 bit. That is important one point. Boolean reserves 1 byte but uses only 1 bit. Okay. So to represent 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Yeah. It represents true or false. Either true or false, or either 0 or 1. Okay, let's understand the difference between primitive data type and reference data type. Generally, there are two values associated with a variable. Variable we discussed as variable is the name of the memory location. So, variable has two values. What are they? First one is R value, second one is L value. R value means it is the data value stored at some location in the memory. L value is indicated as the location value. R value means that is a real value. Real value. R is known as the original value. So we can tell it as R is a real value or it is the data value. L value means that is the location value, address in memory at which its data is stored. So to understand this concept, here we can just I have given an example. So consider the memory address is 1140. 1140 is the memory address. 4142, 43. These are the memory addresses. So data value, that is, just to consider, we are declaring a variable. Yes, not only declare initialization value s equal to 10. We are initialize the value of variable s as 10. So the memory address here is 1140, 1141, 1142, 1143. These are the memory addresses. Just imagine we are declaring, not declaration, initializing the variable s, integer variable s is 10. So what is the data value of s? S equal to 10, is it? So here we have given data value of the variable is equal to 10 because 10 is the value we have initialized to the variable name for the variable s. So this 10 is stored in a particular memory location. 10 has stored in which memory location? In 1140's memory location, or the address of the memory is 1140. So in that memory address, the data value 10 of variable s has stored. So what is the R value and L value? Clearly you can identify. Is it R value means that's the real value or the data value? L value means that is the location value or the memory address. So what is the L value here? Yes, L value is 1140 because that is the memory address, and R value of the variable is s equal to 10. That means the real data value. Is it? Okay, another example, 1141. In that memory address, nothing is assigned or initialized. So next it has moved to 1142. So the variable, another variable, integer, we can consider the same integer a equal to 23. We are initialized another variable value as 23. So how it has occupied the memory address 1142. So what is the L value and R value? L value means 1142 and R value is 23 of the variable. Understood? These are the two values associated with a variable. Always a variable has two values. One is the real value, another one is the location value. So from these two values you can easily identify primitive data type operations deal with which value. Yes, actually it is dealing with the R value, and the reference type data are dealing with the memory address, that is the L value. Okay. So primitive data type operations deal only with the stored value or the R value, and the reference data types deal with the memory address or the location value. They don't store the actual read value, rather they store the address where from actual data is obtained. Understood? R value or reference, in the sense it will store only the address. They will store the address where from the actual data is obtained. So here in this example, integer s equal to 10 and it is assigned in a memory address. It has stored in the memory address 1140. In the case of reference data type, it stores the address where from actual data is obtained. So this is the actual data 10, and the reference data type means it will indicate the memory address 1140. Okay. So here we have discussed about the data types, primitive data type and reference data type. We should learn about the values, two values associated with variable R value and L value, and what is the main difference between reference and primitive data types. Whatever the notes already you have written, no need to rewrite. The points you can write, okay.